shooting a video today, and I know I'm already into the job, but if you follow along, you'll know what to do as far as it coming apart. This here is a Dixie Chopper Classic. What I'm doing is I'm replacing the left hand brake cable because it's not working right anymore. It sticks. It's going to break, but right now it sticks, and that's a real problem. It's caused this motor to get hot, and so now the seal is leaking. It's not real bad, but I'm gonna have to get the dang thing rebuilt. So what you're gonna need, first of all, this gas tank here has to come off. I'll show you how, but again, if you follow along when I'm reassembling it, you'll know how. The first thing you're going to want to do is get like a 2.5, 3, or 5 gallon gas tank that's empty. And the way I did it is I used some clear PVC line, stuck one in all the way to the bottom on the top of the gas tank, stuck it in through the opening, and with the other end, you got to look at what's coming through the line, man, because you're going to suck on it with your mouth. Watch it. Don't get any gas in your mouth. It's not good. So when it comes out, you stick it in the gas can, and you want to empty the tank out as much as possible. It's sitting right there. There are the bolts that you're going to need to loosen are this one on the top and these two, none others. Okay, that's going to be this one, that's going to be a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter, and these two, which are 7/16. I'm going to put this back down because I don't need it to be sticking up, and basically that's these two and this one. That don't look right, does it? And that's what it is, I think. I don't know where that third one came from, so let me see where one, two, three. There might be a fourth one. We'll find out when I go to put this thing back together. I thought that was it. Then I'll pull this nut and this nut, the bolt, out, and you got to watch it. There's a bunch of washers here. They're going to fall down. These are 1/2 inch, 13 millimeter. They're bolted on here and here. I also pulled this one out. Well, no, I guess that's it. That one's going to have to come out. And there's a cotter pin here, so you're going to need a cotter pin. I got a bunch of them here. It says safety pin, so I might have the wrong thing. Son of a gun. Let me go get some cotter pins. I'll be right back. So, cotter pin, bought these at Harbor Freight. And the brake cable itself, I had to order it online. It may not be the same part number for you, but in my case it was 65246, and they're like $50. Yeah, and they're not that, they unfortunately don't last as long as I think they should. And here comes a fun part. Okay, this here's got to come apart. This has to come off. There's another cotter pin here, so I'm going to start working on that. So, and then this thing has to come off too, and that's a can't remember what that thing is called. That's going to be a pain to get off. You could probably use a nut and a bolt. So, alright, to get me one of these, see if I can. It wasn't exactly the way. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try and snip them off, but I don't know if I can either. Hello. Alright, break it off works. Just bend it till it breaks off. And I'll grab it on this end. Shoot. See if I just. I don't want to come off right now. So there we go. And then that comes out. So that's a good little portion of the battle right there. This is going to be tricky too. This has to come off. And then as far as I know, this whole thing will slide off. And I'll be halfway there. There's a nasty zip tie there. I don't know if I've got any of those. So I'm going to try with a punch and a hammer. Yeah, that seems to be working. Dang. It's kind of ugly there, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I mean, I could cut it and then they would come right out, but I still got to get the new one on there. I'm not rightly sure how that's supposed to come off. May have to try. See what I did there? So I'm going to try and grab this with a vice grip and then pop on it. Like that, and then, well, oh, that one's on there pretty decent, but I don't know. Don't seem to want to do much with me. I think I'm going to Dremel cut that thing. In fact, angle grinder might work better. And those little things are a real pain. There's some kind of a name for them. I know I've got a bunch. You're going to need one of those too. Although, like I said, a nut and a bolt might work. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going to try. That's too big. I'm going to have to do a Dremel. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite jobs in a Dixie chopper. It really isn't. It's expensive. It's labor intensive. I ended up replacing the fuel lines while I was all up in here. And this is like the third brake cable I've replaced. They don't last that long. They just don't. So, word of advice, don't crank down on your brake cable on these mowers. You know, you're going to have to kind of keep it a little on the loose side. They're adjustable. Up on the handle, you can turn the handle itself and it'll tighten it or loosen it. And make sure it's not too tight. Obviously, if it's not real tight, it don't hold real good either, because this here is an aluminum drum that it brakes against, and it just, they ain't gonna lock your wheels, let me tell you. I needed my extension cord, and the front caster of my mower was sitting on top of the cord. I had to start it to move it. Now, I don't know how much noise this is going to make. I would imagine not a terrible lot. Well, so that's about as far as I want to go with that before I go really too far and mess up the whole piece. I've had to replace those before too. I would imagine if you don't have to have your emergency brake on these things, you just let this go. Because it is a job for what it is. It ought to be a lot easier, you know. I think I'm done dremeling. I'll keep the tool handy for now. who knows if I'm going to be able to pull it out. Oh. Alright. Oh man, I tell you, that is such a pain in the neck. I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. While I did that, I got me my assortment of roll pins. That's what that little thing is called. I'm also put a little heat to it. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Isn't that interesting? And I'll try and pop it a little. Yeah, I tell you, thing's a royal pain. I don't know if it's ever going to come out of there. Well, I think some of it just broke off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I broke the whole thing now. Oh. Well, dang it. I don't know how I'm going to get that thing off. Tiny little punch here, but just enough of an opening. It might. Is that doing anything? I think so. Oh, folks, I think we're in business here. I still got a little problem because my punches are bigger than the hole. Well, this one might help. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. As far as what did it, I'm sure the punch is probably the best one out of all of the tricks that I just tried. I guess that's it. And make sure that the hole goes. Oh yeah. So that's the trick. Get a little punch and a hammer, and it'll come on out. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to come off. But I'm going to try it like this. And that's it right there. Let's see. Now, there's another roll pin back there. You want to leave that one in place. Kind of. Yeah, it's long enough. Goes all the way through. There we go. Okay. So then this goes back on there. Looks like this is cracked here. Yeah. And then that comes out like so. So, this part's going to go on the bottom. Then, we got to bring it through this here zip tie, which I'm not sure that's going to work. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. So we grab the new one and put it through this end first, because I don't want to replace that zip tie. I don't think I have one that width. I might. But if it breaks, it breaks. I'll replace it when it does. So then the next thing we got to do, I got a feeling that's a half. That's a 7/16. Well, here's my 13 millimeter here. You see that? Not quite, huh? Yeah, you can see that. And here's a 13 millimeter and a ½ inch on this end. I'm pretty sure that's what's got to happen here. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I can handle that. Now, you know, I think that does not actually have to do anything. I believe that comes out. So what's got to happen next is this thing. I want to get a little closer and up personal. So, how you looking there? That looks pretty good. So, I'm going to pull that cotter pin here, and there's a washer there. So, I'm going to put the vice grip on this thing on the other side. It doesn't move. Yeah. Man. Dang it. It just loves to move. Yeah, it comes right out. You see what it did there? It comes right out. So this does not need to come apart. but this probably does. It may not need to come completely apart. Some of the issues here I'm seeing is I don't want this to come completely apart. But I got to get up in here some kind of way. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Pull this off, and there's a axle thingamajigger in the middle of it. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I can see it now. I don't see a better way of doing this right this minute. I'll pull this apart. There's this little spacer thing here. And then that. And there's probably another. Oh my goodness. I really don't know if I want to pull it apart like that, you know. But something's got to give because the little cotter pin thing keeps moving on me. I know what I can do. So what's got to happen here is I got to hold on to the little loop piece of the cotter pin. And then bend this, like so. And same with this one. It's just like that. You know, clip them together. Now, there's a way too, you can stick this in here and then hammer it on out. Like that. And folks, if I'm not mistaken, that's all it's going to take. Because then this thing comes out. And now the whole thing comes apart. Oh boy. So I'm guessing that goes in the center as this goes through. This is going to be a trick. And we got this end. That's what I want. Tiny little cotter pin too. Where's my cotter pin assortments? I think that one's going to be like this. The one I'm looking for. Oh boy. Alright. And then hang on to that piece and just pull it on out, I guess. Yep. Just like that. And this thing comes out like so. Now we're in business. Because, oh, no, we're not. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a joy, folks, let me tell you. Yeah, another washer, too. Oh, my God. Okay, I see how it is. This is a hell of a deal. This is a heck of a deal. I mean, it don't come through this way for sure. I may be able to split this open a little. That's what I'm probably going to have to do. But man, I mean, you know, how? This one's starting to get a little tweaked too. Son of a gun. Man. Yeah, I'm not real sure how am I ever gonna, man. Ow. Sharp ends on those cables too. I mean, I can cut through the rest of this. Maybe not. Wonder if I can pull the cable on through here, right? You see what I'm doing? Yeah. And then now that we got it like that, where's my, I'm going to try with one of these. I don't want to do that. Yeah, this is a real pain. Alright, so that took care of that. Now comes this next piece. I'm just hoping, oh, yeah, it fits right on now that this thing is spread open. So I don't know where you at with the camera thing here. It's still rolling good. So I'm thinking I gotta push this thing back together. A couple of ways I can think of doing it. One is to hammer it. Another is to just squeeze it with the vice grip. I'm going to try and squeezing it first. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole trick right there. You got to pull this thing apart and then squeeze it back together. Of course. Yeah, that's what it is. Give me a little bit more grip. And then squeeze, pull back off. Now, major issues though. Okay, so as far as I could tell, this has got to go in there like so. And I'm missing a whole bunch of little things now. This one must have gone through the main part, so then this one goes through here. And I've got to get a little cotter pin to hold it together. Like this one, I believe is going to be the right kind. I can't rightly see it being a bigger one. Let's see. Yeah, that's too big. So that's this little guy here. Oh. Yeah. Now I know these go together like that. I do know that. And see, this one's starting to already. Another $50, $60, $75, $80 cable there too. Now, as far as I know, it goes. Was it on here that it went? No, it goes on here. It goes through here because it slides up and down, and that's what tightens and loosens the cable. So, man, this is going to be a pain because I got to have these spacers in here too. Okay. And then really, that goes on the bottom. These pieces go down here. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm going to ever get this thing back together. There's like little washers and stuff. So, okay, I get it. That got to go through here. Then this comes in. Through here, like so. It's going to be another pain in the butt here, getting this thing to line up. Because that little pin got to go through the hole here. You might want to pay somebody to do this. Okay, I got it through. No, now it's recording. I guess it cut off after so much. I heard it beep. So I did get this thing through. I hope you saw that part. Now this little washer's got to go up in between, like in there. Like so. And we need ourselves a cotter pin. I'm assuming this one will do it, but I'm going to try one size up. No, that was the right size. I swear I'm missing a little washer that goes on this side. Yep, I sure am. I don't know what happened with it. I'm going to go get another one. That's not really good. Too big. That one might work. The hole's not enough. And I'm really not entirely sure if it needs a washer there, but it sure looks like it would. If that one works, that'll be good. Push that pin on through there. Yeah, I'd say it does need that washer. And then that. But we got a problem. Alright. So then that goes on here. And this goes on here. And then that got to go through here. I think. Man. Oh. Well, so I'm going to put these washers back. Cut this thing halfway back together, man. I'll wash my hands again. So, it's about a 2 to 4 hour job, believe it or not. If you really know what you're doing, you probably get through it quicker, but man, these go up there, so I'll take those and put them like so. No, those are the ones that go up in here, I think. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, dang. In all honesty, I think this goes in through here, apart from this. This goes in through here. I should have took pictures. Did this have washers too? Let's say it did not. Okay. I see it. The spacers are there for a good reason. So this has got to come in through here. And then this spacer goes in here. And I am going to put this here, but technically these washers go here. And then like that, and it goes through there. And then, I mean, we've got another problem here, Houston. I'm not quite seeing this. Oh. It's another pin. It's just a pin. Where did that go? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, there should have been another pin. Like with a cotter. Oh, there it is. I think this is it. Goes through there. Is that right? No, that one. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't think that's right. for that. I gotta put some of these tools up. Maybe then I can find what I'm looking for. Still struggling here, trying to find. I think I'm missing a part here. Then again, well, it's got to be the bolt. The bolt. That's it. This bolt goes through here. Have got any washers? Guess not. So the way this is going to work, these come over here. And they go together. Oh, holy moly. Although I don't know if I really, yeah, like so. And then this one too, like so. Pull that one down. Bring them on in here. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I can't rightly instruct. Basically, I got a feeling it's got to have a washer on there, but that's how it goes. You're going to want to take pictures before you start on this repair, let me tell you. I hope you can see that. And I'm going to find me a washer because I'm pretty sure it's got to have something on that side. Before I do. Yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, I know the instructions are not so great. You just got to watch what I'm doing and hopefully you can do it yourself. It's a pain, this job. And that's eider cable, and man, I tell you, and sadly they're not cheap and they don't last a long time either. And I don't think this is going to be the right. I want to empty this whole thing on the floor again. Too big. Yeah. This is a good one. Not exactly what I wanted, but it'll do. And really should replace the other cable too. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So then last but not least, that last little bolt here. That goes in. Oh, another little, oh good, I got the washers on there. spacer and all goes through there. It's actually not as bad as it looks, but it is a lot of parts that got to come apart and go back together. A lot of parts. Did I? Oh, I didn't tighten that one completely, did I? Although technically this one ought to be good enough. No, it's got to be on there tight. These parts, you don't want them moving around a whole lot. Maybe a little bit. Huh. Yeah. So, I mean, alright, so I'll put that here. I feel we've got to do this next. So, and that comes through here. Oh man. I'll try and put that over here. Okay. So if I recall this correctly, that goes on here like so, and then that comes through here. Alright, is that right? Well, that goes on here like so. I do know that, because that piece here sits in there, and it comes on down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so you gotta put that in there first. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. And that goes on there like so. But I'm not real clear on that. I think the cable goes in between and then holds on to the bottom with this pin here and a cotter on the other side. One thing you probably want to do when you're doing this mess is well, this is not having a real good time right now, man. So that's got to go on here like so, and it's got to go on here before the brakes, thingamajigger. And that goes through here. Yes, okay, that, and the fact that that held on like that helps a lot. Now, I'm probably going to order one of these, because this crack here has got me bothered. I don't think that's a good thing. And then the cable goes. Oh. Yeah. Well, that can't be right either. Alright. So then the cable got to go through there, and then that got to go onto the little shaft there. And in that process, we're going to almost pull the whole dang thing apart again. So here's where we're at. Okay, and I'm going to push that thing in there in just a second. Push it all up. Yeah. This go. Anyway, I think you get the idea. I can't really explain this. So that's what we're going to do next. I've got to get me a bit of a hammer and hit it from this side a little bit. It's on there real tight for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, it slid on all the way earlier. Oh. A lot of the problem is that there's tension on this cable. Like, another thing. Oh yeah, no, that'll work. Okay. So then bring that up in here. I'm trying to pull that through there. So I've got some leverage. There we go. It's getting there, believe it or not. It's getting there. But part of the problem yeah, that's a little better. That there's a groove in there. It's got to line up with the cable. Yeah, it ain't lining up. Ain't that something? I'll grab me this thing with the vice grip so I can turn it. Yep. I'm going to pull this thing apart again because I'm kind of curious. I mean, why it ain't lining up? There we go. I got it. It's on there. Oh, my God. Alright. I gotta get me a cotter pin to go through here. And another vice grip to hold on to that. Snip it off. This end of the cotter pin on up. Snip it off. So that's where we're looking. Okay. And again, that cable has to go through this groove. I think I can let this go. And then not quite lined up yet, the roll pin has got to go through there. Oh, I got it. Got just enough space there. And if I could find my roll pins, that would be even better. Well, here they are. Howdy. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I don't know if this is going to be the right size. No. It's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be a bigger one. Yeah. I think part of the problem with roll pins is they're so dang tight. I mean, how in the world do you ever get them on there? I think a nut and a bolt might be a whole lot better idea. But I think I got the right size here. Unless it's that size, that might be. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know. Do we squeeze them together and then push them in? I want to say no. I want to say we don't squeeze them at all because they'll just break. They'll literally crack. Although I kind of wonder if I can't just use a cotter pin in there. I mean, the drum's going to be right there. Because I really, after all that trouble, I don't know if I want to go through all that again. I think I can. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to try and see if I can do that with it, but I think it's just going to break. And I really don't know if that's even. Yeah. You know, I'm willing to take a chance with a cotter pin in there. A really nasty big one like that. Yeah, that's what I'm willing to do. The heck with it. It'll be a lot easier to replace in the future. And it ain't gonna come off. Well, this thing's only going to turn so far. There's that problem. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's a whole lot better in ways of solutions. You know, yeah, I'll get me a clipper and cut that off. I can't rightly recommend, obviously, that you use a big nasty cotter pin here instead of the roll pin that's supposed to be there. But I can tell you that's what I'm doing. You know. Now there might be a reason why there's a roll pin there that I might find out yet. This piece here is not going to be too cheap. And then this piece here, if it falls out. And that's really your worst problem, is this: if this cotter pin breaks and this roll pin here is going to fall out, and you're going to lose all these pieces, and your brakes ain't going to work. But you can order all those pieces too. Personally, I think a small nut and a bolt, but it'll have to be a locking nut, would work as well. So, I'm going back to this here. And we're bringing this up here, like so. And that's got to go in there, like so. Same with that. You know. And then, those washers are in the right place. They go in between. This one goes through here. That bottom one goes through here. That middle hole is for this, and no, that's correct. Yeah. Try and get you as close up as possible. I'm going to pull this nut off and put it up there. And then I hope this crap don't fall apart on me. Because that got to go through there, that got to go through there. And, I'm pretty pleased right now. I have no idea what the heck that is. What in the world is this thing? Uh-oh. Okay, it's an overflow. It's an overflow that literally goes down here, and it probably just leaks out onto the ground. Oh boy. I shouldn't have lifted the chair. The seat. There's another one that's just like Nothing connected to it. Alrighty. And then alright. One more. So, I know I lost some parts, so now I got to pull up this. Pretty sure they fell down through these. Oh yeah, there's another one. Found 2 out of 4. Yeah, that's a gas line. That goes back into the gas tank. Found the 3rd one. And I'm missing a 4th one. Hoping it fell on the ground. Did not. Oh. I just broke some connections here. Oh, here it is. So, well, I got that off. Blow a little compressed air up in here. All right. So, real quick test to see if it works. Oh, it's on there, holy moly. Yeah, wow. Yep. Yeah, it's on there. And it's working. The way to adjust these is you let loose and then this way tightens, this way loosens. In case you didn't know that. Now, I've got to get me a zip tie. This doesn't have anything to do. Well, you might need some too. So here's the gas tank. Okay, this is what we were talking about earlier. How it goes on here. Okay. And I said 1, 2, 3, but there's another one right there. Okay. So, and the way it works, you can kind of look on this side. The metal from the tank has to go in between, in here, in between. And that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one's on the back. This is the long one. I'll put that there. And so it's really not complicated. What do I do with the nuts and the bolts? Talk on it. Oh my. Oh, here they are. Okay. So I'll put these here. Hopefully they don't fall down again. And like I said, this piece goes up in between like so. I gotta have both hands. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Yeah. So to get you straight, 7/16, 7/16, 7/16. These are all the shorty ones, and the big nasty half-inch one goes right there, and that's got to be lined up. So I'll get me a little air tool. I went the wrong way. Pop it on there. I got some gas today. You might have noticed. Now you got to be careful with these. Don't want to tighten them too much. Just a quick little pop and that's it. That's it. Should be good. Don't forget to hook up your fuel line. Hand torquing these just like that, just with the wrist, no leverage on the rest of it. I think that one's good, as tight as it can be. And then last but definitely not least, don't forget to hook your fuel line back up. Can you see what I'm doing? That goes on here. And I'm going to hold the back of it. Alright. And, well, that's a bit much there. Okay, secured the fuel line against that thing, and I think it's a little long. I think I could cut off a piece of this if I can pull it back off of here, or maybe just leave it the heck alone. They say if it works, don't fix it. That's a heck of a job replacing the breaker cable on one of these. Again, I'm going to suggest if you don't have to have it, really your best bet is don't even use it. Long before it breaks, don't even use it. I'm going to try and pull this this fuel line back off. Simply because I think we can cut off a little bit of it. I thought we had scissors down here somewhere. But anyway, that's the gist of it. So, oh, there they are. And like I said, I replaced fuel filter and fuel lines while I was at it. Just so that's done too. Oh, yeah, looking good, looking good. And one more time, I'm going to cut off about another ½ inch. And let's stick it on there. So that is how you replace the fuel, I mean, the emergency brake cable on these bad boys. Parking brake, I think they call it. And I'm going to tell you, it ought to be a lot easier than that, but it's not. It is a relatively major job. The other side is not any easier. It really isn't. I've done both. And I think this is my third one. And like I said, the other one's getting ready to go too. I really wish I'd have bought the other one too. But I'm going to have to go through this all again probably later this year. Now, a couple of ways you can tell that your brakes are going. One is they're not working. It's just not holding. You know, you can pull up on that and it doesn't hold. That's one way. Another way, that's how I found out, the way it was with mine. This wouldn't go back in here, so it was sticking. And I could hear squealing coming from this side. And unfortunately, I didn't know right away what the heck it was. It was just a squealing. I thought, well, maybe a little dirt up in here or whatever. But what that caused is for the motor to get hot, the hydraulic motor, and that caused the seal to overheat because they're rubber. And so they become brittle and then they crack, and now it's leaking. So I'm going to have to replace that motor too. Not today. Always something with these things, you know. And I'll get ready to. I do want to check and make sure that the gas is working. Yeah. So like I said, your best bet with these, if you can help it, if you don't have to have this handbrake, just leave it in the down position and don't ever use it. That's the best way to never have to deal with it. Okay? Or you can wait until it breaks and then not fool with it. I'm going to tell you, for somebody to do this like at a shop, unless they're specialists, and even then I would imagine this involves some serious labor. I mean, I'm looking at a couple hours, easy 160 plus the part, 200-300. With prices the way they are today, I'm going to say probably closer to 500-600. I don't know for sure, but it ain't going to be cheap. Because it is a job. It really is. The roll pins and all those parts up in there that you got to get back together just right. And you almost need a diagram. I mean, but anyway, thank you for watching.